in trucking, we have officially hit a new rock bottom. I don't know if we're gonna hit another rock bottom, but this is pretty bad. Stay tuned. So this is 2024 May. We are in almost halfway through into the second quarter of the year, and trucking has officially hit even a new lower rock bottom. Now, whatever I'm going to tell you right now, it's not financial advice. There's some things I'm going to mention that I would do personally if I had the money, but this is not financial advice, like I said. So far, we have tons of trucking companies closing. We had so many during the pandemic, and right now we have tons of trucking companies closing. Arnold Transportation just closed, and JB Hunt just lost the contract, and leaving their drivers out to dry because they didn't fire their drivers. But until they get a new contract or assign them to a new contract or route, JB Hunt drivers will be laid off and will be out of work. So that means there's going to be less there's going to be more unemployment. And these JB Hunt drivers are probably going to be looking for a different job because they need to put food on the table. With all these companies closing, here's why. Insurance premiums are up. Even if you have a scratch on your record, you can be paying a premium. Now, I know somebody's record is pretty messed up. Well, not too messed up, but he had a few things going on with his driver's license that was CDL involved. It was nothing serious, but insurance decided to skyrocket him up to $4,000 a month. And if you're doing $4,000 a month on just insurance, you may as well become a company driver, because if you gross out around $6,000 a week, because right now the rates on everything, all freight combined, I'll get that to you in a minute, is $2 a mile. You're gonna make $6,000 gross. Okay, minus $1,000 a week on insurance. That's just 1 week if you make $6,000 gross. Now you're left at $5,000. And fuel for 3,000 miles is about $2,500, depending which state you drive and this and that. It'll be a little under $1 a mile for fuel. So you're this time at $2,500 and clean so far. And if you have a truck payment or a trailer payment, there goes it down. It'll be about $500, $1,000. So you basically netting out $1,000, maybe $500, maybe $1,500 in trucking because of how low the rates are. You may as well become company driver at that point. Now let's get into the rates. How bad are we right now on the rates? When I was doing over the road, I switched to one company 2022, and I was getting 30% of the gross as a driver. So there were some weeks where I made $2,500 to $3,300 a week. Now, we had some bad weeks because it was a little slow with the loads, getting everything in place, so my checks were spread out and I didn't get that much. But there was weeks where I made $3,000, okay? Not anymore. We're not making that anymore. As soon as the end of 2022, the rates dropped as usual in the wintertime. Everyone expected them to go up. They never did. They kind of stabilized in 2023, but they slowly kept going down. And now we're in 2024 in May, and here are some of the averages for the prices. If you're doing drive-in, you'll be happy to get a load for $1.75 a mile. If you're doing reefer, you'll be happy to get a load for $2 a mile. And if you're doing flatbed step deck, you'll be happy if you're doing $2.10 a mile or $2 a mile flat out. We are pre-pandemic rates right now. And during pre-pandemic, we had Trump. Keep in mind, the cheapest I've seen fuel when I was trucking, not when I wasn't trucking, but when I was trucking, was $1.77 a gallon in Texas. And insurance was only $1,000 a month. Okay? That's the difference. That's why we were able to survive. Right now we have inflation. All those should be at automatic $3 a mile. Right now what we're doing is impossible. We can't compete with these rates. That's why companies are closing down. Because if you buy a brand new truck, brand new, and if you buy a brand new trailer and start out, you can expect to pay up to $4,000 a month on payments. Now try to do that with an expensive insurance and expensive fuel and expensive maintenance costs. Now if you buy a brand new truck, there's not too much maintenance costs, but there will be. And it's just terrible how rock bottom we are. We are so rock bottom that trucks are ridiculously cheap right now and nobody wants to buy them. Because of this overflow of trucking companies closing and bank repossessions and bankruptcies and everything, there's a lot of trucks in the market right now. And this one truck, I'm going to show you just a picture of it, is a Volvo for $17,000. well, 18 actually $1,000. I was trying to buy it, but I can't. The guy doesn't want to go lower for some reason. If I buy it, I buy it. If not, not. But everything is cheap right now simply for the fact that nobody wants to get into it because it's bad. You might close your doors within a couple months after you buy your own truck and start. Just how bad the rates and how bad trucking is in general, and brokers screwing us truckers over as well. And the rates are just not there. And insurance is high, and fuel is high. Trucks break down. If you buy a truck that's newer, you have DEF and DPF, and if you get hit with the bill with that, you might close your doors just owning one truck, even if it's paid off. And again, this is not financial advice, but here's what I would do if I were in somebody's shoes. Me, myself, I had money, I would buy a truck, park it somewhere, and keep it. Like, retitle it under my business. It's a tax write-up because you need to write something out for tax if you own a business. Park it and wait until the rates go up. And same thing, you see if you can find a trailer. If not, try to find a company later on down the road when the rates go up that can give you a trailer and you can lease onto them. If you're struggling to be owner-operator, if your truck's paid off, what you would want to do, and if that's what I would do, again, this is not financial advice, is park your truck and become company drivers. Because a lot of company drivers, if you find the right company, you can make over $1,500. Now, if you're at a company, unless something happens in life and they're paying you 70 cents a mile, don't move. I'm telling you, don't move to a different company. I don't care how they treat you, don't move. Unless it's really that bad. Simply for the fact, because I've seen companies asking for lots of experience. Now, a lot of us drivers have lots of experience, but asking for lots of experience, clean driving record, which is almost everyone has a speeding ticket on the car. You're never going to have 100% clean. I don't know what they're looking for, but what they mean is clean record. So someone clarify that for me, because I have never met a person who never got a speeding ticket in their car yet. I mean, I heard about them, but yet I haven't met one. Park your truck, and like I said, if you're coming, don't move, because 65 cents a mile they're paying for step deck, which is ridiculously cheap, and they don't pay for tarp jobs or extra drops. And same thing with flatbed. And if you're driving, you're expecting pre-pandemic payment pays too, 55 to 60 cents a mile. I'm sorry, if you're not making over $1,000 a week trucking, you're struggling. You gotta find something that pays more, because that's how bad it is. And I hope we don't go into another record low after May, because Landstar did say they're expecting rates to go back up around May time or June time. So hopefully next quarter it's going to go skyrocket up. But as of right now, and then there's more regulations coming into trucking, it's a disaster right now. And if we hit another record low in the next coming months, we might have a shortage of truckers for real this time. Not canceled. Guys, I'm Eddie B. 2004 Turn right. This particular package, driving a temp in the 6 Series.